So what is the transaction code for Smartforms? Smartforms is the transaction
Smart
code.
forms only.
Okay, what is the use of Smartforms? What is the use of Smartforms? Smartforms are print layouts. Okay, to design the print layouts, we use Smartforms. Okay, any invoice, billing, sales order documents, purchase order documents. Okay, any
Sir,
a business document we can design in Smartform.
sir,
Yes,
normally why SAP uses smartphones, sir?
sorry.
నార్మల్లీ ఎస్ఏపి ఎందుకని స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్స్ ని యూజ్ చేస్తుంది సార్ అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ మొత్తం ఎస్ఏపిలో ఎందుకు అని
To print the documents, to generate the print layouts, bills, to generate the bills, to generate the purchase order layouts, to generate the sales order layouts, SAP using Smartforms. It is used to design the print layout. Okay, the logo and the address and the transaction details and the terms and conditions, like that. In the previous session I have shown you, right, one sample print format.
నార్మల్లీ బయట చాలా అవైలబుల్ అవుతా ఉంటాయి కదండి సార్ అంటే స్పెసిఫిక్ గా స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్స్ అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎందుకు అని
What are the available other third party tools?
ఐడియా నార్మల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఇప్పుడు డిమార్ట్ కి వెళ్తే ఇన్వాయిసెస్ వస్తాయి కదండి సార్ అది అక్కడేమి మనం సాఫ్ట్వేర్ లాంటిది యూజ్ చేయరు కదండి
Okay, without using software, are they generating invoices,
నో
you think?
నో సార్ బట్
Then
వై
how, without using software, how they are able to populate all your billing data? Without using any software, how they are able to print all the products you purchased on the bill? How they are entering the data? There should be a software that may be SAP or non-SAP. We don't know. There might be a software to print that billing print layout, which uses exact measure length and width of the bill, and they should have designed where they should print the logo of DMart and where they should print the transaction details and date, time, and totals, discounts, terms and conditions, etc. They should have designed it. They should have designed that layout. Then only they are able to print that document, bill document, right?
ఎస్ సార్
So there are different software to design the print layouts. For SAP, Smartforms is one of the print layout. Okay,
ఓకే సార్
to print the SAP data. DMart might using different system. We don't know. That they are they might use a separate portal or separate software to generate these bills, to create the transactions. Okay, all that data that might come to SAP in background. We don't know. DMart might be using SAP ERP to create all those transactions or daily transactions, right? So whatever the software they use in front end for billing convenience, there might be some background job which is running and creating all the transactions in SAP ERP. Okay, we don't know that, but we need some software to design the print layout, right?
ఎస్ సార్
If you go to MS Word or Microsoft to print something, you need to design, right?
ఎస్
Where should be the title and where should be the logo and etc., right?
ఎస్ ఎస్
So what is the paper format?
Normally,
What is this paper format? Page layout. Go to page layout.
Yes.
You can adjust margins. Okay,
Yes.
left, right, top, bottom margins. You can adjust, right? Similarly, we do
Yes.
in Smartform. In page properties, output options. We manage this, right? So this is
Alignment.
margin size, orientation. Do you want to print portrait or landscape? Did you see this option in Smartforms?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is this option. Output options. We have this and page size.
A4.
Is it a letter? For letter, there is a different format, 8 into 11. Tabloid. Yesterday we selected Dyna 4, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
is A4. This is the size, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
everything, how we design in MS Word, we are going to design the layout, print layout in Smartforms, transaction code. But in MS Word, can you access SAP data?
Yes.
No, we cannot access SAP data here to dynamically print the data in MS Word, right? But when you design it in Smartforms, you can access all SAP tables data. Okay? You can access all SAP tables data and print it, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So here you have logo at the top. What is the suitable window for this? What is the suitable window for logo?
Secondary.
Secondary window we can use because we don't need to populate it to second page like we are using fixed width
Secondary.
logo. There is no chance of expanding this data. So I've created a table with some data, your transactions data, right? So there
Yes,
might
yes.
be there might be one record, two record, or there might be 50 records. We don't know. It should automatically expand, depends on the records like this, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is this object? This is table. This is table. Even even if there is should automatically expand even the space is not enough for the text, right? That is the property of table. It will automatically expand. There is another object, that is template. Template is also similar to table, but it is all fixed width. If you fix something, it won't expand. Okay, template is a fixed width, but table can expand, depends on the data. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Like this. So in which window we need to place this table?
Main window.
In main window, because it should automatically
Automatically
populate
expand.
the data to the second page if the first page
Yes, sir.
size is not enough. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and now for example we need to print some terms and conditions. In which window we need to use?
Final windows.
Final window. Here we print all the terms and conditions. This is the print layout. This is my print layout. Here we might have address, customer address, or many more details, right? So similarly, we are going to design our smart form to print SAP data. Okay. Even though there are multiple third-party tools available to design the print layouts, how can we use it in SAP, right? There should be other techniques needed. We need to integrate SAP data with the other softwares, and from there we need to design that print layouts. But in SAP, what is the available option to design the print layouts? Smart Forms
Smartphone.
and Adobe Forms. What is the one more? There is one more technique. What is that? SAP scripts, right?
Yes, sir.
So now let's design a sample smart form. So create the smart form, provide the name. Okay. So this is smart form description. In output options, what you can find? Page format,
Page format.
right?
Yes, sir.
And what are the available options in smart form? These are the form attributes. Form interface, you can find import and export options, just like function module interface, where you can pass data as input, right? If you need to pass any data from the program, which should be dynamically print in the smart form, we use these import options. And tables for internal table like data, right? We can define our importing parameters here. Global definitions. In global definitions, we can define internal table like structures, work area like structures, or variables which are local to the smart form, which are not accessible in driver program. What are the objects that we can access in driver program? Function module interface, this form interface objects. Okay, but these global definitions are local to smart form. Okay, these are used to write our own source code. In initialization, we can write our source code. Okay, so our own select statements if required, but it is not recommended to include all the business logic in smart form. We should always write our business logic in program and pass it through function module interface. Okay, go to pages. So it is automatically created one page. It is automatically created one page. Okay, so it's automatically generated one main window. So main window is optional. We may or may not be use main window. Okay,
Yes, sir.
depends on our requirement. We use main window. Now, where we can design the form, go to form painter. Here we can design the form. This is the page. This is the page and this is the main window. Okay, I'll adjust the size of the main window. So here I will place another logo window. Create one window. Double click on it. What is the type of this window? Secondary window. This is secondary window. So these are the properties of the window. What is the use of condition? By using condition, we can dynamically print the logo. Okay, depends on the logic. Sometimes we can hide the logo, sometimes we can print the logo like that. These conditions are common for other windows also. Okay,
Okay, sir.
the data which should print dynamically, we can use conditions. If the condition is true, the window will be displayed. Okay, so this is my logo. So inside this logo window, what I have to create? Graphic. For logo, what I have to create? Graphic. Double click on the graphic and go to general attributes. What we need to provide here? SC78 logo, right? Go to SC78. So here you can find all available bitmap images already created in SAP system. Color bitmaps and black and white. You can search here. Both. These are all bitmap images. So these are all already available in the system. We can also create our own bitmap images. How to create it? First design your logo and use import option. Import and select your logo from your local system. Provide some name. Provide some name, description. Color or black and white. Color bitmap. Continue. Hello. Now your logo will be uploaded to SC78. Okay. If you want to transport this logo to the another system, when I am importing it, is it asking any transport request? Is it asking any transport request? No, right? So we have to manually add this to a transport request using this transport option. If you want to transport this logo to the test system and the production system, select the transport and select your transport request. Okay, your relevant transport request. For example, this one. Or you can create your own transport request for this logo. So I've added this to the transport request. This logo to the transport request. Now go to Smartforms. So what is the logo name? This one is the logo name. It is graphic bitmap image. What is the ID? Bmap. Okay. It is color bitmap. To adjust the size, you can use this resolution. Okay. To adjust the size. Save it. Activate the form. Once we activated it, what will happen? It will automatically generate a function module. This function module is generated. For some reason, the test environment is not working. That is a system issue. Otherwise, we should be able to see the output here. Okay. Okay. So what we designed till now? We designed a logo, right?
Yes, sir.
What are the other details we need? We need address details in the header. We'll create one more window. Create window. We'll place it here. Depends on the requirement, expand the length. Okay. This is address window. Right click on it. Create address. Now observe here carefully. This is address window. Which address? Is it company address, employee address, workplace address? Like that. Okay, we need to define the address. What is this address number? What is this address number? All the address data will be saved in ADRNR table, right? We go to KNA1. This is customer address, customer master data, right? So where is address is saved? In ADRNR field. It won't include complete address in the same table. They'll use a separate table to maintain the address. Okay. So what is the go to input help check. What is the table for address numbers? In domain level you can find value range ADRC. ADRC is the address master data. What is this table? ADRC is the address master data. What is the primary key here? Address number. Address number is the primary key. In many tables, they just maintain the address number. For example, vendors, customers, they won't maintain the complete address. So we have to use join to get the address of that particular address number. We just refer address by address number. Please remember that. Okay. What is the address master table?
ADRC.
ADRC. So copy this address number. For example, take one customer. Go to KNA1. Customer or company by your choice. You know what is a company code master table. What is that? T100. Or we'll take some customers. So this is the address number. This is the address number of the specific customer. For customer number 1, this is the address number. Copy this and go to ADRC, enter the address number. So this is the address of that particular customer, right? You can find here the exact complete address. You can find ADR NR field in many tables. That is for address reference, right? Go to Smartforms, provide the address number. This is the address number. What is this address? Is it organization address or personal address?
Employer.
It's a customer. Okay, it's a customer
Oh, okay,
address.
sir.
Output options. You can use frame if you want. Conditions, as I told you, you can display this address based on some conditions. Otherwise, you can make it invisible. Okay, it is activated. And for terms and conditions, we'll create one new window. That is, we'll place it after the transactions data, after main window. So this is for terms and conditions. Select it as final window. Okay. Or that doesn't require to be a final window. It can be also a main window, since you placed it after main window. Now go to terms and conditions, create what we need to create here, some text to create the terms and conditions. We'll select from all lines some terms and conditions. I'm just copying some data. Okay. Paste it and save. Right. Now we'll just see how it is going to print. We have to see, since still we have to create the table and other data. We'll see that once we generated the form. For that, what we need to do? So since test environment is not working, we need to use a program, driver program, to print this smart form. There is already a sample program. What we need to do? We need to call the smart form in the program, right? Driver program. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we'll call some smart form. We'll directly call, or do we need to use SSF function module?
SSF function
So
module.
yeah, we can also directly call it. Okay, I'll show you the difference. Go to test. So this is the function module. Here we need to write our business logic to select all the data which we need to print in the smart form. But this is the sample one. Okay, so enable the exceptions. So since we did not define any importing parameters, we are not passing now. Okay, these are all optional. Remaining all are optional. So activate the program and execute the program. So here output device. Output device is nothing but your printer. So LP01 is the local printer available in SAP. Select LP01. Print preview. Click on print preview. Right? This is the address and this is the logo. And these are your terms and conditions. In between here, we need to print our transactions data. Right?
Yes, sir.
This is coming from ADRC. We have provided the address number. Okay. We can
Okay,
also
sir.
make it dynamic. Okay. Depends on the data selection. We can print the address. So this is the sample smart form layout. Clear?
Okay, sir.
But as I told you, what is the recommended approach to call the smart form? Don't use direct function module name. First we have to call
SSF name.
continue. So here, what is the input?
Form name.
Form name. Form name is nothing but smart form name. So this is the smart form name. G demo sales data. Provide this. What is the output? Importing function module name. That is smart form function module name. Right? What is the type of it? We need to define one variable. FM name is this one. The data element is this. So we'll define one variable to capture the function module name. Don't define here. Define at the top. Okay. First call your normal function module as usually. Pass all the importing parameters, exporting parameters, and enable the exceptions and everything. Do this. First you do this. Okay. And then call SSF function module above this and pass your importing parameters, pass the form name and return function module name. Now just copy this. Just copy this. If sub or use some condition here. If sub RC equal to 0, if you are able to find the form, keep it inside this. And in place of function module, right? In place of function module, just replace it with this variable. Okay. Now whatever the function module returned by SSF function module, that will be called here. Clear? Are we hard coding the function module anywhere? Am I hard coding the function module anywhere in the program? Am I directly specifying the exact function module names anywhere in the program? No, right?
Farm
I'm
also.
dynamically generating, I'm dynamically selecting function module name using form name. So even when I transported this program to test system or to production system, it will get that available function module name in that test system or production system for this smart form. Okay. F3. So this is my data. No difference, right? Even if I am using SSF function module name. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If you think your logo is very big and if you need to adjust, go to logo, graphic, and you can adjust this resolution. I think some percentage or something. This is the DPI. Okay.
That's good.
See, activate the form, go back to program and execute the form. Print preview. I did not observe any difference actually. In main window, what we need to create? We'll also create one title. We'll also create one title for this print layout. Mm, for that, I'll use one separate window. I'll place it here. Inside this, what I need to create? Text.
Title.
We need to create text. Hello? In text, like this. Okay? Save it, activate it. So it's not reflecting here. Let's relaunch the program. Yeah. So once I activated it, this is the title. You can change this title with some highlighted text or color. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir.
So for today, just practice these things. So tomorrow I'll show you tables and how to use text, reuse the text, and how to populate data dynamically from program. Now in this program, we are not populating any data to function smart form, right? We're just printing as it is. We're not passing any data. So in the
Yes,
next
sir.
session, we'll see how to populate data and how to print the data dynamically in smart forms using tables and etc. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow we'll complete the smart forms. But today, just practice this sample smart form layout, how to create it and how to call it in the driver program. Okay, this is very important. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah, I'll catch you in the tomorrow's session.